is going on, everybody? My name is Serge Drobin, and yes, you read the title correctly. If you want to be a great guitar player, do not practice. Before I get into this video, make sure you sign up for my free monthly newsletter where I give you a free written guitar lesson every month, as well as access in a Google Drive to all of my tabs from every YouTube video that I have tabs for. And of course, you have access to my email, and I encourage you to email me anytime with any questions that you might have guitar related. All you got to do is click the link in the description below, go to the free monthly newsletter tab, type in your email and hit submit, and I will send you all of these assets. So let's jump into today's video. What do I mean by that? How could I even say that kind of thing? Well, basically all the greats that you love and listen to also do not practice. And what I mean by do not practice is they really don't sit and hammer out scales and arpeggios and techniques all the time. They really kind of just play their instrument with the pureness of their soul. So obviously you have to practice, but it's thinking about practice from a different perspective, right? Instead of running the same drills that I do all the time, right? Or maybe something like this. That's not very musical, and it's not impressive to someone that doesn't play guitar, right? So think about it this way. What if you were to, every time you pick up your guitar, literally practice it as if you are in front of a bunch of people at a gig and you're about to go on stage and play the night of your life? Wouldn't you think you'd probably want to play something a little bit more tasteful than that? Well, I would think so as well. I'd probably want to play something more like I played at the beginning of this video, right? To try to draw you into watching it. That's exactly right. So basically, I have riffs that I just keep in the bank all the time. I have riffs, new riffs that I'm working out all the time in my head that I'm trying to transpose on guitar. I'll play you a couple of them. Here's an example. That would be a cool lick to play at a show. What about something like this? Even something like this. Pretty musical, right? Well, these are licks that I kind of honestly just play mindlessly when I pick up my guitar, okay? And when I play them, I do them without hesitation, and I play them as if I only have one shot to get it right. And the more that you get in the mindset of doing this type of thing, it's going to put you in a perspective of doing that all the time, okay? And you'll never have any hesitation, because really the biggest enemy of every guitar player is the mind. Like, let's say you played in a cover band, okay? And as you know, if you've done it before, you've probably memorized like a million guitar solos, and some of them might even be classic ones, so if you play it wrong, everyone's going to know. Here's a great example would be Sweet Child O' Mine, Don't Stop Believing. Even Living on a Prayer, the Richie Sambora solo, is such a classic that if you're a huge Bon Jovi fan, you're going to know if that one's pretty much wrong. These are all solos I used to play on a nightly basis, and after they even became muscle memory for me, there was times where I'd have a gig where I would actually think about messing them up before playing them, and then that would actually cause me to mess them up live. I couldn't even believe it. Especially like the Sweet Child O' Mine solo, as many notes as that is and as long as it is, and there's a couple of them in there. There would literally be some nights where I'd walk on stage, I'd be playing the song, and I'd be like literally in the middle of playing the song, and I'd get right to the solo, and I'd think, I cannot believe that I've played this 300 times, and how do I even remember how to play this? Oh no, I don't remember how to play this. Oh no, I'm screwing the whole thing up all of a sudden. And then I would just freeze on stage in front of all these people that are literally waiting to hear the Sweet Child O' Mine solo that they know by heart and can just sing it back to you better than you're playing it. How do you prevent this from happening? Well, obviously it comes down to muscle memory, but the second part is not being your own worst enemy and getting in your head and thinking about the notes that you're playing. For example, all the licks I just played, I've played them so many times, I don't think about them anymore. And the reason I continually play them is, for one, I want to always be able to impress and give someone something to kind of digest and not just think, oh, this guy is you know, a shredder that just plays non-musical stuff that sounds like shit. No one really wants that, right? So when I choose to pull out a lick like this, I have to purposely divest my mind of thinking about anything at all. I just go into no thought mode, and then I will play the licks that I once practiced, and I will play them as if I'm going to perform. Okay, so practicing is really all about your mentality, okay? If you're practicing just to get good at licks, of course, that's a great thing. But if you're practicing really to be able to perform this instrument at all costs all the time, that's a completely separate way of practicing. So I challenge you to come up with 3 licks for yourself that you think sound really cool, obviously are within your playing ability, comfortably. Don't come up with a lick that is way too hard for you to play right off the bat to the point where you literally do have to practice it for 10 hours a day. Those are licks that we actually save for real practice, okay? So get 3 licks that you are totally able to play, that are in your comfort level to be able to play, and get them to a reasonable point where they're so mindless for you that you can just grab a guitar and it's the first thing that you play with no warm-up. Okay? Now, I don't advise not warming up, but make your warm-up the actual licks. Play them slow, then play them medium speed, then play them fast. Okay? And that is your warm-up. And then next time you walk on stage, make that the first thing that comes out of your fingers when you plug in your guitar and play it for sound check. Trust me on this, it's going to make you a better guitar player. And you're not going to get in your own head as much. You got to treat it like you don't have a choice and you have to just play the best thing everyone's ever heard. So with that being said, I hope that this video helps you today. If I earned your subscription, it's very much appreciated. And I wish you all a great rest of your day.